Forever Classic 2CA, and very pleased to catch up now with William Hall. He's the international superstar behind the Michael Jackson Legacy Tour, which is coming to town very soon. You can catch it at the Canberra Southern Cross Club on Thursday, the 17th of October. William, very nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you too, mate. How are you?
I'm very well. I believe I find you in Vegas at the moment. Is that right?
Yes. I'm here at home, getting ready for the tour.
Well, not long to go now. I know, I think I talked to you a few years ago when you came to Canberra, so you're not an Australian virgin or anything. You've been here before, right?
No, this is my fourth year.
Oh, wow.
I'm so excited because, I've changed the show. I've done a lot of changes to the show, so this will probably seem like a new show to a lot of people that have already seen it. I'm excited, yeah.
What is it, William, about Michael Jackson's music that people to this day still get a little crazy about? I mean, we love it. We play it all the time on the radio. It gets requested all the time. What is it about it that makes it so timeless, do you think?
I just think that it just appealed to so many different types of people. And that's so hard to do. His audience ranges from 6 to 60. I mean, it's scary.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of many other music artists, but I've never seen anything quite like Michael Jackson.
So tell me how it started for you. I mean, when did you first learn about Michael Jackson? Were you a young kid and you heard it on the radio? Did somebody play you something? How did it happen?
I was very young, at the time, because Michael was 7 years older than I was. And so I was very young at the time, and just already growing up in a household where everyone was singing and things like that. It was just sort of already in me, and watching him and what he did, and then James Brown, people like that, I just knew that's what I wanted to do. So, throughout my life, I did other things, but I always had that in the back of me. I would always, mess around with song and dance. And once I got in high school, I just really started getting more serious about it. And I got to college, and I was singing with a band, and a guy approached me and told me if I ever thought about going on the road with a Michael Jackson act. And at that time, I hadn't. I was only doing it for fun. And I thought about it, went out and did it. Here I am. I've been doing it for the last over 20 years.
That's fantastic. And an amazing part of your story is that you've actually performed right for some of the members of the Jackson family. And I believe even Michael's mum. Is that right?
That was the most memorable for me. Yeah, I performed for his father's 75th birthday. I performed for Jermaine, Michael, of course, and I performed for his mother, like I said, which was the one that stuck with me the most because she was just unbelievable. Her spirit was just, it wasn't what I expected at all.
How did that come about, William? Because that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I was working in another show at the time. This was back in 2011 or 2012, something like that. This was before I started the show. And they invited her to the show. So about 10, 15 minutes before the show, they came backstage and told me that Miss Jackson's out there. And I was like, great, And I did my set, and they came and told me she wanted to take pictures with me. So I got ready and I went out, and her energy was just unbelievable. I guess for both of us, because she didn't know this at the time, but I lost my mom in a very bad way a long time ago. And, of course, her losing Michael. So we had a connection for one another, right away. And she told me, one of the things that she told me, and I'll never forget it, she says that I reminded her of Michael so much. And I knew exactly what she was talking about. It wasn't about the song and dance. It was about something totally different. And I understood what she meant, because she reminded me of my mom. So it was something that I'll never forget.
Quite a moment, yeah. But when they tell you that, with 15 minutes before you go on stage, and they come to you and say, look, in the audience tonight we have Katherine Jackson. I mean, I'd be a bundle of nerves.
I loved it. Yeah, because, performing for them, for me, that's the ultimate, because that's who you want to see what you're doing, so they can see, how you're bringing that, and that's always been the ultimate for me, is for, when the Jacksons see what I'm doing,
And let me ask you the impossible question, which is, what is the best Michael Jackson song to perform on stage?
It depends. You know, I get access all the time, and it depends on the audience. It really does. Whatever that song is that night, the audience will let you know.
And it changes all the time, I guess.
It changes all the time. It could be Smooth Criminal. It could be Beat It, Thriller, Bad, Billie Jean, Man in the Mirror. It could be anything. It just depends on. For me, it's all of them. But the audience may just ignite on one song, you know, on that one song, or 2 or 3 songs. You know, there's 23 songs in the show. There's 11 production numbers. And the multimedia is state of the art. So, you know, there's a lot to hear and see.
And I guess that keeps it really interesting for you, because every night you go on the stage, you don't know which one's going to really click with people.
Well, you know what? For me, it's sort of a catch-22. It's that, what you just said, but because I do all the work for the show, I do the music, the multimedia, everything, it's sort of like my baby.
Yeah.
So when I do get a reaction to a song, it's like I get a double thrill out of it. You know, because they don't know that I did all that. You know, I put that together like that. You know, so it's, yeah, you know, I get a thrill out of that.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much, William, for having a chat with us. It's been an absolute pleasure. Your show here in Canberra happens on Thursday, the 17th of October at our Canberra Southern Cross Club. We're looking forward to welcoming you back into town. Thanks for having a chat with us.
Good old Canberra. Of course, of course.